But when people have somebody on screen so recognisable as Jen, how do you go about choosing your look and your lighting and everything like that? Do you want to have to portray her the way the director wants to portray?
Yeah, well, yes, that's a good question. It is daunting working with people who are as famous as Jennifer Lawrence and Rob Pattinson, because they've got that whole history of work in different genre, and they're big stars. So when you suddenly come to a project that's a little bit more kind of terrestrial and psychological and may require a different photographic, cinematographic tack than they used to, it's certainly not cosmetic in that sense. And sometimes, you can get a pushback from certain actors when you're not using that sort of cosmetic approach. That couldn't be farther from the truth when you're talking about Jen Lawrence and Rob Pattinson. They wholeheartedly embraced the beauty of accident, of the bravery of running with it, of shooting in the round, not big soft boxes everywhere, just lit in a very naturalistic way, but with a style that was far from naturalistic, whether that be the film stock or whether it be the way we're treating the day for night sequences. We wanted to turn the real on its head, and the actors went with that, be it the script was brilliant, but there was a lot of improvisational aspects to it too, that Lynn, in that little room, that cauldron, conjured up ideas that were very exciting to be around. And with your camera, you have to be completely adroit and able to capture things that happen in a millisecond, and you're witnessing it for your first time before millions of people hopefully see it, and it's on your shoulder and you're going, look at that, what happened there, oh shit. So that's the real privilege of witnessing cinema in your own private cinema through that camera.
And was there anything you put in there where you thought they're never going to go for this, and they did?
Yeah, I mean, day one, when we turned up on the set, Lynn was just like, I won't attempt a Lynn Ramsey accent, but she just said to Jen, why don't you do this with your clothes off? And Rob, are you up for that? Jen, are you up for that? And they were like, okay. So day one, there's suddenly like a bucket of fisherman's maggots on the kitchen floor. And I was just like, wow, these are actors who are in it to tell the story in the most evocative and dangerous or visceral way possible. And that set the die for the rest of the film. From then on in, we knew we could do wherever the drama took us. And Lynn is a great distiller of phantasmagorical emotions on the set. She runs a very kind of small, tight crew, and within that house there was a lot of energy going on that was very osmotic. It came from the actors, it came from Lynn, it came from the camera, and you just got to be, my responsibility is using the camera as a divining rod towards that madness.
And then once you've been through that entire process in your own kind of bubble, you come out into the wider world and the film community, and you discover they love what you've done. How does that change you? How do you take on board that kind of feedback?
Well, that's really great, because I think when you work on a film, you think you're making one thing. And of course, when it's all made and it's layered with beautiful sound and you've graded it and it's got a musical score and it's been edited in a very interesting non-linear way, it's that notion of 1 + 1 = 3 kind of explodes the film and multiplies it. And every single person that watches that film sees a different movie. That's the beautiful thing about cinema, that every audience member makes it their own. It's not Lynn Ramsey's film. She made it with her team, but it's your film. It's your film.
It's fantastic. Thank you so much for speaking to us. It's been a pleasure. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!